Kai's in a video, Kai's in a video, Kai's in a video. Right, everyone, I hope you're doing great. As I just said, I hope you're all in the mood for a Kai's in a video, because today I want to cover the most bizarre drama that he's been in, which I'm gonna say right now, I think it's so dumb that if you watch this video right now, I'm gonna talk about, you believe that Cenat is in the wrong, like it's his fault, then you're moronic. As most of you know, he's been doing his Mafia Phone Chew, a huge subathon for 30 days straight, bringing on influencers, rappers, Kevin Hart, Bill Nye the Science Guy, whatever, and one guy, coming up soon. I think he's gonna be over in 2 days, pretty soon, almost coming to an end. And one of these crazy people he brought on was a professional magician called Max Major. It's probably a stage name, pretty gay for a stage name, and I've seen him before, on Kai Cenat's streams, some clips of it. So someone knows him, between each other. But he came onto some Mafia-thon to do one trick where it looks like it's gonna be very crazy. And I'm not sure the first half of it, because the second half, as you can already tell, he's on the neck. He's got rope around his neck, looking like he's about to hang. And he had a challenge for Kai where he had to pick between, two handles, a red one and a yellow one. And it seemed like, there's no way he's gonna actually, be hanged, fucking hanged live on stream. There's simply no way.
But if you die, what happens? I go to jail.
I want to see this. I'm gonna look at you, Kai.
I'm gonna do that.
What you gonna do?
Anybody gonna catch take a basketball if you wanna let it go. My mom told me to pick this one. We outside in the basketball court right now with Max Major. I don't know what the fuck to do right now. So I'ma just randomly pick this one.
And Kai picks the red one, and the second he does, it pulls the counterweight that's hanging on by the ropes and fucking swings up the magician up to the air for 2 seconds before it falls back down. But for that split second when you see him fly up, you legitimately think, if you actually watch the video, I can't show because, it's someone fucking hanging. You legitimately believe, he broke his neck right then and there, and that he had someone die on his own stream, on his own subathon, right before it's gonna end in 2 days. And everyone there was acting shocked, being like, yo, what the fuck's going on? They have no idea, what the joke is. I mean, they know he's a magician, so sure, he's gonna pull a trick where he's hanging in the air, and then 1 second, they flip around he's right there behind them. That didn't happen, no. Because all the crew members are trying to pull him down, and eventually they were like, well, I hope he's fine. It didn't seem like he died immediately, so we'll probably be fine. But then the next bizarre part that made, when I first saw this part, before I looked into it, I was like, okay, this is not funny at all. I mean, more so on the side of the magician, because he orchestrated this, this chicanery of doing this prank, of making it seem like Kai Cenat hanged him live on stream. But if it seemed like the joke ended there, so it didn't seem that funny. But then Kai Cenat, from what I saw, he went back home to the mansion, he went on his PC, and there was a post-it note he left on his monitor that took him to a link to a video where it was the magician recording a video the day before, setting up the trick. And it's so ominous as well. A message to Kai Cenat. I'm pretty sure it should be for Kai Cenat. And in that video, he's like, Kai Cenat, this was all planned. I knew, it's so dumb as well. I knew that you were gonna pick the red one. So, this whole thing was planned. Fuck you.
If you're watching this, that means that something has gone terribly wrong. But what you don't know is that was all according to my plan. You see, at the start of my performance, I said that tonight was all about choices. But not just the choices that you made tonight, the choices that you've made since the day that we met.
What's wrong with you, bro? For real.
You see, from the first time we met, you pushed me, you challenged me, you wanted to see me fail. And I thought tonight, I'd give you exactly what you asked for. You see, you thought the game was for me to influence you to make the right choice. Well, all along, I planned to influence you to make the wrong choice, and I knew you'd pick the red handle. You see, even when it feels like you're playing a game of chance, you have to remember who you're playing against, because I decide who wins or loses.
For some reason, red was the iconic color that he associates with him. So from the very beginning, he almost read his mind, he's gonna pick this one. But again, if you sit down and think about it, what a shit prank, or what a shit sketch. Because I get that whole stuff about predicting he's gonna pick red is moronic. So if you didn't pick red and you went for yellow, like what would have happened? The rope would have hanged like the other one that's not used and done nothing. It would have gone nowhere either way. I mean, there's no video of like how this thing was set up. So like initially I was like, oh, maybe it's set up so whichever handle he pulls, it will hang him up either way. But then I was like, wait, in the video he like actually calls out, like he predicts like he'll pick the red one. So he really left it like 50-50 chance of like whether he picked the yellow one or the red one. And this one time he was right. But even then, like when he was right, it turned to be the shittiest joke. Like, oh, he just ended up hanging in the air, almost getting like seriously hurt. I mean, you guys, like, you're more than free to like look up the video on Twitter, because like, you can watch it there. On YouTube, you're not. But if you actually watch it, like, he's actually up in there for like 2 seconds. I mean, when I saw like this platform, the yellow scaffolding, I thought it was gonna like collapse under him, which would be like the number one way that his neck would break, and he died right there. But thankfully, I guess it pulled him up. Regardless, very dangerous. A very dangerous prank for a very not a funny punchline, like at all. Oh, and as well, like Kai watched this video live on stream, and the entire time, for like the 1 minute duration, he doesn't make a face at all. Like he's just in shock. And again, I don't blame him at all. If I was doing a 30-day subathon for that long, and I had 2 days left, and some fucking goofy magician in the year 2024 made a prank that almost fucking got my stream taken down, then yeah, I'd have no reaction other than being pissed. And everyone else like there in the groups like laughing like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous. But like you really have to consider, if there's one prank that could go very easily wrong, it would be a hanging prank. And again, I really have to emphasize, I wouldn't mind it that much. I mean, it's dangerous of course, but I wouldn't mind that much if it had like a funny punchline at the end, like he was hanging up in the air, and then like, I have no fucking idea what it would be, but either way, it's his job, the magician, to make it funny in some way. Make it seem like, there was a chance that he could have actually fucking died or, severely injured himself. And the reason why I started this video saying I think it's moronic people are shitting on Kai Cenat, it was of posts like this by big accounts like Drama Alert, simply with an actual tweet pinned, did Kai Cenat hang someone on stream? And all they provide is a 41-second clip where, again, if you have no context and you haven't watched the reaction afterwards, then yeah, it looks like this was planned by Kai Cenat for a big stream, to get all those subs. But like, no, I'm sorry, that's not the case at all. I mean, people on Twitter will just see stuff like this and believe it outright. They won't vet it, they won't verify it, they'll just take your heart, simple as. So in this video, I don't really have like an overall message apart from like the simple anecdote of some magician trying to pull a prank somehow, which, like I said, very high risk for a tiny break-in reward. Like, what was the joke? It made him shocked. I feel like, like the joke, the magician prank of, making someone believe that they died was probably popular back in the 2000s. But now, like when someone's, big project, like subathon, is at risk, then yeah, not that many people can laugh with you. They'll more so hate you. However, I will say, I don't know why, but when I first saw this clip, the first thing that popped into my mind was that the Nathan Fielder bit, the claw of shame. Like he's hanged up by like a metal bar, like a robot claw, to like pull down his pants and expose them in front of a bunch of kids. He didn't, by the way, if you haven't seen it. But like if that magician, that goofy boy magician did that would have been way funnier and way better. I guess in his eyes, the idea of making someone believe that they hanged you was a better prank. I mean, some people probably found it funny, but so far, I've seen nobody agree with that. Like, nobody at all. Everyone just hated him, which, deservedly, what a dumb fucking idea.